Hi, welcome to Physical Science. This is 3.2 on work and power. Let's talk about work first. So what is work? Well, in science, the word work has a very different meaning than you're probably familiar with. The scientific definition of work is using a force to move an object a distance, and that is when both the force and the motion of the object are in the same direction. The formula for work is equal to force times distance. That means force is equal to work divided by distance, and distance is equal to work divided by force. Work is measured in units of joules, force is measured in newtons, and distance is measured in meters. You need to update your formula sheet with this information. So here's an example. If a man pushes a concrete block 10 meters with a force of 20 newtons, how much work did he do? Well, work is equal to force times distance. 20 times 10 would be 200 joules of work. Another example of how much force was needed to move a box 200 meters if 300 joules of work were produced. Force is equal to work divided by distance. 3,000 divided by 200 would be 15 newtons of force. And how far can a box be moved if 5,000 joules of work using a force of 160 newtons? Distance is work divided by force. 5,000 divided by 160 is 31.25 meters. Now let's look at power. Power is the ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. It's the power of speech. It's the capacity of applying direct or influence the behavior of others. They have power over you. Power could be the supply with a device of mechanical or electrical energy. A car is powered by a fuel injection 3.0 liter engine. Power is even a TV series, and there's a song. But in science, power is the rate at which work is done. The formula for power is the amount of work done over a period of time. So power is work divided by time. That means work is power times time, and time is work divided by power. Power is measured in units called watts. Don't try to abbreviate the W with the W for work measured in joules, and T is time in seconds. You're going to want to update your formula sheet. You'll notice there's another alternative. If we know that power is work divided by time and work is force times distance and distance divided by time is velocity, then power can also be stated as velocity times force or force times velocity. So you are going to want that equation alternative. So what is the power rating of a machine that can do 6,000 joules of work in 15 seconds? Power is work divided by time. 6,000 divided by 15 would be 400 watts of power. How much work can a 350 watt machine produce in 30 seconds? Work is power times time. That would be 10,500 joules of work. And how long does it take a 7,000 watt engine to do 500,000 joules of work? Well, time is work divided by power, so 500,000 divided by 70,000 would be 7.14 seconds. So remember that force is mass times acceleration, work is force times distance. That means work could be written as mass times acceleration times distance. Work makes me mad. And power is work over time. That means power is mass times acceleration times distance divided by time. So power could also be written as mass times acceleration times distance, or MAD, over time. Power makes me mad over time. So here's a practice question you're going to have on your assignment today. How much work is done in pushing an object 7 meters across the floor with a force of 50 newtons and then pushing it back to its original position? And then how much power is used if this work is done in 20 seconds? Well, work is force times distance. This work would be, or the force would be 50 newtons times 14 meters, or 7,000 joules. Power is that work divided by time. 700 divided by 20 would be 35 watts. Thanks for watching.